Roundtable, episode 1 million. Actually,
yeah.
This is going to be episode 1, I think.
I mean,
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we need to. It kind of like, I think we need to intro into what the fuck we're doing.
All right, facts.
So, Roundtable, I'm your boy Cory G. That's out Small Arms Danny, at Trey Speed, and the graphic gangster himself, wearing the John Cena shirt.
Yes,
Cole
sir.
Susac.
Shout out Trey for the vintage hookup.
Yeah. I tweeted the other day, if you need vintage stuff, you got to go to Trey Speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, you can fucking retweet it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, did you tag my right Twitter? Because I don't remember. My Twitter got hacked.
It was
so
an old Trey Speed.
Oh.
they're probably listening. Who hacked it? So
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Haters, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, Roundtable, rebrand, public podcast, share it with all your friends. Fucking pumped to be back public again.
Yeah, this is fucking sick.
Hell yeah, we was just getting reps.
We just spit some fire out here, and now the entire world gets to hear it. Man, I'm about to send this to my mom.
Send it to your
I'm sending it to my mom.
Send it to my mom. Danny, send it to your mom.
Well.
Trey's mom's already listening.
Yeah, she's already listening.
Yeah,
It's fucking exciting.
it's awesome.
No, but real talk though, the reps over the last year on the app only was perfect for this whole process.
Absolutely.
And everybody's fucking game on now, even
Yeah.
Danny's awkward ass.
No, I play my part.
I think him being an anchor at Max Efforts helped a lot too.
Danny in the past year has went through a lot of growth on the camera. Him running the Instagram lives, it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So it's pumped. And I think too, like learning like how to get certain like as being the person that kind of drives the show a lot of the time, it's like me learning where your guys' spots are a little bit more too has helped me a ton. And I think as we continue to grow, have guests, like just throwing shit at you and just putting you on the spot, which I like to do. Or certain times Trey gets on the things. He talks more than I've heard him talk in a month on a certain topic. I want to keep it going, right?
Trey hitting his quota. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I think like we learned a lot about each other, and that's what I love about podcasting.
Yep.
But now we're about to bring over the next few episodes that we already got banked. Shit.
Yeah, we got some fire fucking episodes.
Yeah. Talk
Big
about that
time.
because some of the interviews we had were like with some legends.
Yeah, so we started it out with Troy Smith, Heisman Trophy winner.
I love saying that in the intro.
And honestly, he is such an energetic character. It was amazing. So that was an awesome episode.
Everyone exceeded expectations, by the way.
Yes. Then we have the newly retired Ted Ginn, which is
Yes.
probably one of the only very few interviews he has with
anyone,
anyone.
bro.
So
His shit was
getting to
dope,
interview
too.
him, I told him about how I fucking awkwardly tried on his shoulder pads when I was a kid. Wasn't weird. Tried not to make it weird.
You waited till it wasn't like super.
Yeah,
creepy.
I had to bring it
At
up.
least you didn't lead with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad
Yeah,
you
so-
waited a bit. Like, fuck these dudes.
Yeah,
I'm
so it's
out.
fucking this guy's weird. I'm out. But yeah, so
Smelling
that was
underwear,
awesome. So yeah, that's an amazing story. So whenever that episode comes out, people will understand more what I'm talking about. But that was such a great story. I had to tell him. There's no way I cannot tell him on the podcast.
Dude, of course.
So, yeah.
You picked the right spot. Though.
I had to somehow bring it up. That was a skill.
They're like, I really just tried on your underwear when you weren't looking.
Yeah.
But I would
Yes, this conversation will make more sense whenever the episode comes out. Whenever the episode comes back, come back and listen to this.
People are like,
I was
"What
trying not
the
to be fucking weird, but okay. And then we had Braxton on, which that was a fire episode too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all fire.
Yeah.
And
So.
just growing up in Ohio and then being around and really, like I said, every one of these guys who we've all watched play for years articulated and like just totally killed it. Like for what they're doing now, post football, talking about football. Like we really didn't even talk about football that much, but they fucking like
barely.
yeah, but like barely, which is
Yeah.
also what they're used to probably. So it's like I love grabbing more stuff because football is just something everybody does. These guys do. It's not them only.
And at the end of the day, it's probably the last thing they really want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's all they hear. So
Yeah.
it's like I love getting in. That's why working with athletes all these years, I love hearing that other stuff because that's where it's really at. Teddy Ginn was fucking awesome.
It was a major. It was so fucking awesome. And then the
Dude.
fact that he just retired and
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
sharing love and stuff like that. We got basically his last final thoughts, raw emotional thoughts about whether or not he was gonna play or not. And he was spitting fucking heat. He was like, "I'm doing this for my hometown. I'm doing this for all the young kids. I already put some in the NFL. I'm gonna keep doing it."
Yeah, I feel like we need to drop that episode first.
Well, that and he just slowly started to open up. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then he just talked for 10 minutes
Yeah.
at a time.
That's why I'm glad Cole didn't tell me tried his shoulder pads on first.
Yeah.
Because he did open up, and then it was like you had a rapport with him at that point.
Yeah,
and then he
sure.
talked shit to you because you have enough tattoos.
All right, we've talked about enough. So here, let me retell the story. So whenever I was, that way, whenever people listen to the episode, they're like, "Oh, that's how we got it in there." So whenever I was like 5 or 6 years old, my brother worked on the grounds crew at Ohio State, and so that was whenever they were still painting the fields and stuff like that. So he got me on the field. I was like, had to be second grade. This is right whenever I started watching football. I was paying attention. So Ted Ginn was my favorite player. Awesome. So whenever he took me into the locker room, like I got to go in the tunnel and all that shit. He's like, Ted Ginn's locker room, like lockers right there, and the shoulder pads are in it. So he's like, fuck it, try it on, like get a picture or whatever. I couldn't find the picture, but
if you had that,
I tried it on. So like that, like literally was like such an awesome moment as a kid to where like whenever I see Ted Ginn, I'm talking with him on the podcast, I gotta somehow fucking tell him.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I tried to weasel in there the most non-awkward way as possible.
You did.
Yeah, it was fucking.
But that reps of a year of podcasting, bro.
Yeah.
What if you just start off with like, "Hey Ted, welcome to the show. I tried your shoulder pads on whenever like that was you did it perfect, dude. I thought it was good.
That'd have been terrible.
So good. So other than sharing it with everyone's mom, which is besides Trey's mom because she's already listening, what's the most exciting part about now being public where anyone can listen? Have you guys thought about like that impact or like what kind of comes to mind with that coming up?
I would say one definitely the impact that we can have on different people's lives because I think we all listen individually. We all listen to our own like niches of personal development content. Sure. And there's personal development content. You can learn so much from somebody. Gosh. You just never know who's listening.
Yeah,
like
that's a fact.
Everybody, I think any personal development content that we've ever listened to, probably whoever put that out has no clue that we even listened to it or
that's
what we took. They don't know what we took from it, how we even executed on any of those ideas, any of that kind of stuff. So I think it's really cool to kind of give a little bit of motivation or inspiration to other people.
Well, and there's no limit to it, too. Like before, obviously, it was in one kind of area, where now it's like there could be somebody this will happen because it's happened before, doesn't even fucking work out, has zero clue who we are, grabs onto one thing that Danny says, and it fucking changes their life, or what you just said. You know what I mean? Like that's literally why podcasting is so awesome. Yeah. And I think the interviews, whether we have people on or don't have people on, it really doesn't. It does matter, but doesn't matter, right? We can carry shows and have fun. That's always going to be there. But then having that aspect of having the new studio, which we should probably talk about too, and being able to bring people in either in person or via video, and the way we're going to edit things, like you guys can, Varsity Creative can talk about that. Like what do we got coming from that standpoint that's going to be different?
Yeah. We're just fucking bringing the heat. So right now, it's all about, one of the big things we all talk about is efficiency. How fast, like me and Trey can turn around creative stuff, how well we do everything. So we are revamping how we literally record the podcast and everything like that. We'll have like a nice setup, multiple different backdrops, really having the agility to go live whenever we want, record whenever we want, and make the editing process even faster. So that way, instead of one episode, now we can bang out like 3 or 4. There's always there's a possibility to do even more content.
Yeah, which would be sick. And the efficiency is the biggest key.
Yeah.
Well, and having like a room dedicated to it. Like for you guys that don't know, we're building 1,100 square foot just straight media room that just has multiple different backdrops. Everything's real strategic, all the new equipment. So these guys, everything's just set up. They hit the button, they go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to
if people thought that we had that before, all we did is just set up shop. We'll literally, right now we're on a picnic table.
Yeah, which is kind of epic.
which we still have the ability to do, but now,
Yeah. And do you want to share with that? It's the Roundtable, but we've never had a Roundtable.
Yeah. So, the beginning of the Roundtable started out on the porch. Shout out the porch.
Yeah,
who knows?
Porch, shout out to the porch.
May never come back, but shout out to the porch. There's a lot
mug.
of great growth, a lot of great stories. Yeah, paying homage to where it all started. So,
So whoever buys the house. When we hit some crate, like when Showtime signs us, we'll ask them if we can go back to the porch and do an episode. Just saying, go ahead. So put that in the universe.
It's like a celebrity spot that people stop and take pictures in front of. Nice plug.
In order to move forward, sometimes you have to pay homage to the past.
Yes.
So with the new logo for the Roundtable, we have the headphones over there, and there's a square block in there. And you're like, wow. Like, we talked about, maybe we should change that to a circle since, it's a round table. I'm like, no, we got to pay homage to the past, to the round table, to the porch. Now we're on a picnic table. Still square. Will it ever be round? I don't know. But, yeah.
Geometry.
So for anyone who's listened to us the past year.
Why are you sweating, bro? Sorry.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
I'll go shirtless up in this motherfucker.
So for all the OG listeners who were there with us at the porch, we're carrying it on.
Yeah.
There'll always be a piece of that porch on the logo.
Yeah. Facts. Love it. Yeah, because there's gonna be merch.
Oh yeah.
Just a picture of the porch.
Yeah. Well, I think the new logo. I mean, it's gonna be fucking hot. Bro.
It's the round table.
Yeah.
We should get a shirt with just the table.
There are many round tables. There might be many round tables, but this is the round table.
Well, I think what's gonna be funny is that it's obviously square or rectangle, so people will be like, "Wait, this doesn't make any sense," which is why I like it so much.
Yeah. And then like once we get Ocho on, people are gonna be like, "Ocho, were you on the round table?" Yes. Yes,
Ocho
I was.
will be fucking fire. We could get Ocho. Yeah. It might take a little while. We might need some more numbers. We get some numbers, start chirping at him, it'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Trey can tweet him and just tell him he eats McDonald's every day.
That's facts.
I showed him the pictures when we got it. When I met him like 2 or 3 times at AAU track meets.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because his daughter runs.
His daughter's like really good. Yeah.
How old is she? Graduated now?
I think she's like a freshman in high school now or something.
Gotcha. Wow. Well, there it is.
She was like really, really young when I was there. So.
Gotcha. Damn.
Danny, what are you most excited for?
I don't know. I think just connecting with a wider audience. I mean, I still don't think I fully like understand or realize how much of an impact it can truly make. So just connecting with people on that level. So I mean, we all come from such different backgrounds, and that's always, I think, played our strengths.
1,000%.
Like age and just where we grew up and what circumstances and stuff like that.
Dude, representing multiple different like 10-year blocks is huge, bro. To have 20s, 30s, and 40s, that's big.
It's dramatic.
It is dramatic. I mean, the world's a lot different when I was in high school than when Trey was in high school.
It's a lot different from whenever I was in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Trey's only 4 years behind me.
Yeah. I mean, we fool around and have AG as a guest one time. We'd have like 5 different, like 4 different fucking. It's wild to think that we can represent all those different age groups, which I think is highly valuable. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Agreed. The impact, I think, and this is what literally the first 2 episodes that we did, I felt the same way as I did when I was on Barbell Shrug. And that's why I knew this was going to be great. I could feel that you can't like manufacture it. It just has to be there. Because I already knew like everyone, including myself, would evolve over that next however amount of time we did it on the app. Everybody would get more comfortable. But that like chemistry that I felt, I saw with them early and felt when I was on the show. And because they represented a lot of different worlds too. And I was like, talking to myself like, fuck, this is about to be great. Like these guys don't even know it yet. Like I really thought that, which is why I was really motivated to stay consistent with it. Excited about getting you guys individually on the mic because I already know you all so well personally, but the world does not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that was kind of like me, just like my kind of talk to myself early in the process. To then now share it out where it can run and be one of the best shows out. That's exciting for me, for you guys. I know what it feels like, but I know we can do it even bigger than what was happening before. But I like to experience things again with people I really like and want to see grow. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff like I get excited about.
Yeah.
Because I already know.
I would say I'm most excited for the people who already know me to even learn more about me.
Yeah.
Like the people from back home who, if they haven't listened in the past year and heard of like all of our great stories, now they get the chance to really dive in deeper to like, because a lot of the people from back home I don't really talk to or anything, and they show love, but they don't really understand like what's going on or why I'm doing certain things and why I've always done certain things.
Sure.
To now where like, my mom doesn't know half the shit that's going on. So now
now
she can like listen to this.
Yeah. No, that'll be interesting.
That'd be the same thing for me too. Honestly,
I was gonna say that with your parents too, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, I talk to my parents all the time, but like, I feel like it's kind of surface level most of the time as far as like, hey, what's going on? I mean, they did come out to the office recently, but like,
what was their thoughts when they came? Did they give you any feedback, Danny?
Nothing specifically, but like, you could tell like they did not realize what the full like what the whole operation even looked like or how big it truly was.
Sure.
Because my mom was like, she was like asking me questions about like Max and like the business model and stuff. So I was explaining like how and why we do things and stuff like that.
Once you see pallets of product gear, when you see that's what I noticed about this, because no one really came to the other office, right? So there's more people because of the gym, and they actually physically see the stuff or like us like doing stuff. I think it's different. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like when I explain my job title. I mean, we joke.
What is your job title?
We joke. Senior editor, apparently.
There you go. Yeah, I like that.
We're just gonna go with that across the board.
I think that's a great title.
Whenever I was on Anthony's podcast, he asked me what my official title was. I said my title was whatever the fuck it needs to be.
And that's a motherfucking fact.
Yeah.
That couldn't be any more true.
Yeah. That's what also makes it fun.
But yeah, it's funny explaining to somebody when they ask you what you do, and you're like, I don't even know where to fucking
Yeah,
start.
Welcome to my life.
People
I've been struggling for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a problem solver.
All my friends don't really know what I do, but they're like, you know what, you're doing good. I can tell you're doing good, so just keep doing it.
Fuck it.
But now they can actually understand like the day-to-day, like the struggles, all that shit. So,
well, I think we get a chance to share all that stuff so people can kind of get a clue. You know what I mean? Because they just see the Instagram stuff. That looks fun.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday we did those videos in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it could look like our whole day of work.
Yeah. On Anthony's podcast, he was asking me about that, and I was like, listen, like people only see like the fucking 10 minutes that we're on the story, but they don't see the other, 8 hours where our faces are in our computer and like we're, doing all the work.
Trying to figure out the moves.
I was like, our lunch breaks are basically making content. Like that's our break from work is just to go hop on the story.
Yeah, so. For sure. Nah, that's cool. Trey, are you excited about sharing more about the other business too? Like more publicly, like with the vintage world?
Yeah.
I know because you're so passionate about it,
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to kind of share my true passion with some other people.
Yeah, you should be.
I think it's something a lot of people don't really necessarily understand. I think like a lot of the stuff that I'm into is kind of looked at like materialistic items, but I think there's a whole other side to it that people don't understand.
So I think that's a great point because there's emotion that's evoked. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Evoked through. I know.
Corey
I'm
G
really my Cory G dictionary, which is very close to the Urban Dictionary, is about to be fucking amazing.
Yep.
Gangstered Out was the first one we worked on.
Less raunchy.
Yeah, way less. Yes, way less raunchy. Just like I was just hanging up the memorial shirt you gave me. I haven't worn it yet, but I was just hanging in my closet literally before I came over here, and I was like, dude, as soon as I hung that up, one, it was a fucking amazing present. Two, like I walked like 3 holes with Tiger Woods at the memorial.
It reminds you.
You know what I mean?
It reminds you of
that's what I'm saying.
Everything
like
about it.
Everything about the memorial. Like there was a time at the memorial where they like when there's like golfers that are like signing autographs and shit, they'll take like that little string and like put it around them. They did that shit for me when I was with Tiger, and I was I don't even think. Listen, I don't even think kids knew who I was. I was just signing my autograph on fucking Titleist hats, bro. It's fucking epic. Oh yeah, so
you gotta embrace that one.
Oh
yeah.
You sucked up every minute of that.
Listen. So at first, when they did it, I was like, who the fuck? I was like, and the guy looked at me like he like I was important, and then people started coming over my autograph. So I just started going with it. Like, yeah, here's your Titleist hat. Here's this. So anyway, it was epic.
Find that on eBay.
Oh, dude.
Corey
They're like, who the fuck is this golfer? Anyway, so and the one kid, like the 5th kid who got his autograph, is like, who are you again? I'm like, it's so good. But anyway, my point is that there's certain items that will evoke emotion. That's why the vintage world is, I think, why it's doing so well. Obviously, you're on the business side of it, but that's where the customer lies. Like, I'm going to buy my favorite cartoon shirt. I'm going to buy that.
It's like the sentimental value.
Correct, which you cannot put a price on, which is why. So, to me, like, it's not a surface level thing at all. And so I think a lot of people maybe miss that because they've never even experienced a piece that makes them feel that way.
No, yeah.
You know, so I think that's what's really cool about your business. Like, I super fuck with it. I think it's cool. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know.
Cole's got a John Cena shirt on.
Yeah, I mean, that makes you feel different
shout out
when
to
you put
the
it on,
GOAT,
right?
John Cena. Yeah, I mean, so John Cena by far, like, probably one of the best wrestlers of all time, the greatest of all time. But like this, like whenever I put this on, like this reminds me of like going to these shows with like my friends and like my parents and shit like that. I used to like watch like wrestling literally Yeah, it's fucking a huge part of my life. As much as like how crazy and like wild it is, that fucking impacted me as like a kid. Like, and I don't care what anyone says. Who you were at like 10 or 12 years old, you're still gonna be that way.
Yeah, that's why
the rest of your life.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, I just bought like an old like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 T-shirt. It's about to come up on 10 years of being out.
Yeah, there you go.
10 years ago. I used to grind on that.
What about if you got to interview John Cena? Would you fucking...
Dude, I was actually thinking about that. I was like...
You know who he's best friends with, right?
Yeah, I know.
With Anders?
Yeah, I know there's like a...
There's a connect
circle
there.
right there. And I was thinking like, I don't even know like what the fuck I would ask him. Like I would have to like really think about it because...
Oh, we'd kill it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fucking awesome because... Well,
he's a fucking weightlifter.
Yeah, but he's fucking strong as fuck. He's a weightlifter.
Dude, he does Olympic shit too.
Yeah, he's an actor. Like he's like really done it all. And the thing is, like, he's been in wrestling for like 20, over 20 plus years.
Power, bro.
That's insane.
He just made it. He just made his return. So he was like out filming like Fast and Furious and shit. And like he's still in the ring, fucking getting it with these young dudes.
He's a grinder,
jacked.
bro. That's what Anders was saying. That he went and hung out with him for like 3 days. Anders Varner, who owns Barbell Shrug, he said that they went out. He went somewhere, went out, fucking went to like a thing, like a premiere. They went out, I don't know if they drinking, but like partying. He said that they came back late as fuck. That dude was up at like 5 a.m. learning Mandarin.
Yeah,
his Mandarin coach was there because he knows that it made him more of a worldwide star if he could speak fucking Mandarin.
Yeah.
And he woke up at like 6, like, what the fuck is going on?
So he's like also known as like every injury he has, he's been able to recover from it super fast.
Interesting.
And I think it's because of his training. Like he's like a fucking full on like Olympic weightlifter. Like he's into all that shit, dude. So. Like I think it was like a WrestleMania like 22. It was like 10 or 15 years ago. He picked up the Big Show, who like
which is fucking huge.
Yeah, probably close to 400 pounds. And the Big Show said that was the most like it was the sturdiest like support he's ever been on anyone. And John Cena flipped him.
He's a 600-pound squatter.
Yeah, John Cena flipped him over his fucking head.
He's probably like fuck.
Yeah, it was like one of the craziest things. How they show like Andre like Hulk Hogan doing it to Andre the Giant. This was like even better.
I went to an Andre the Giant show when I was a kid. Jake the Snake, Roberts, Andre the Giant. It was awesome. I was like probably Annan's age.
Yeah.
So we should make it a goal that we blow this fucking podcast up so big that we do a combo show with fucking Barbell Shrug and we got fucking John Cena.
That'd be fucking epic.
Epic.
I mean, we could 1,000,000% make that happen if we ball out.
Yeah.
We have to ball out.
Just a matter of time.
Correct.
Because dude, he almost lost his like wrestling career.
How?
So whenever he was coming up through like the system and stuff like that, he couldn't find a character. So like for the longest time, he was just like being normal and shit like that, and everyone like kind of liked him. And then after probably like 6 months, he was like on the like ready to get fucking X'd. He's ready to get out, and that's whenever he came out with like the fucking he was like the Thugonomics guy. So he was like a rapper in every city he would go to. He would wear like a basketball jersey to represent like the sports team.
That's amazing.
And that was like his character for a few years.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, so basically he was on the brink of fucking losing it and then exploded to be the biggest star since The Rock.
Yeah, like he was like literally like...
And then I saw him on like Nickelodeon and shit too.
Yeah.
He's on everything.
After,
right?
I don't know exactly the moment, but I was definitely like one of the kids. He turned into like the face of wrestling super fast and he blew up to where that's whenever wrestling went from more like hardcore and like bloody and shit like that to now it's like a PG like kids type thing.
Yeah, I've only been to like 1 or 2 wrestling shows. I need to go to one. You said that there's one coming.
There's one nationwide.
Yeah,
isn't there?
September 26th. Fucking, I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's 2 days after the fucking Arnold thing.
That's gonna be.
That's a fucking banger
weekend.
Shit. That's a banger fucking weekend.
And I'll tell you what. So
that's wanger banger.
Dude, going. So being able to take my best friend, being able to take my best friend and go to WrestleMania. Dude, there's so many like grown. It just felt
when you
so.
went down to Tampa,
down to Tampa, go to WrestleMania. First off, that was fucking epic. But then just like seeing all these grown men just walking around wearing wrestling belts, not giving a fuck about who they are, just loving everything about being a character. Being a character, dude, it was so much fun.
I mean, I feel like the wrestling piece has helped with the content, like 1,000%,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah, like listening, because that's where like I think the creative aspect in my brain started, because in wrestling the theme song's so important. Like in the first 2 seconds, if you hear John Cena's theme song, everyone knows, everyone's like fired up, the crowd goes nuts. Then he comes out, he's on the mic spitting like major heat all off the cuff, and then has to go perform and do like actual athletic movements. It was like it's the whole package all in one. It's being an actor and an athlete all at the same time.
The whole fucking package.
Yeah. You got this motherfucking spinner belt. Like, it's all about the branding. Each character is its own brand. So I'm telling you, I'm learning it all.
I know. You're just now applying it because you ain't scared.
Absolutely.
Fucking love that.
I don't know how you follow that one up. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny. Go ahead and take the mic after that one.
I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing on that.
Danny, who's like the one person like you like want to interview on here?
I don't know. That's actually what I was just thinking about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, it probably comes to no surprise, but probably some of the Go Rut guys.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and that'd be totally manageable too. I feel like because you could just shoot
and because we don't really know shit about that stuff, so we'd have to do a little research. And but it makes interesting interviews, I think.
Well, I don't even know if you'd even have to do a whole lot of research because there's actually a local guy. He lives in Delaware. Like I just saw him last Saturday and everything, but his nickname is Mocha Mike.
Okay.
But he is he's been in the Army forever pretty much and was an Army Ranger and all this shit, but he's always I just remember him. I think my second event he was the cadre or whatever, and one of the funniest things I almost started laughing when he said it because people were I don't know what we were doing, but people were grunting all over the place, and he's like, suffer in silence. Shut
the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up, just do the fucking work sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought that was hilarious.
Well, I think what we could do is when they're promoting an event, we could have them on to promote the event, but also tell a story. That'd be fucking sick.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that's the kind of shit we can do with this.
He's easy to talk to, and he just we'll go off into a different story or whatever. So he'd be a good guest. Him, and then maybe the guy who does their training, but that one could be tricky because that dude lives in Morocco. And
there
then
it is.
The guy who founded Go Ruck.
Yeah, the guy who founded Go Ruck. Yeah, because where's the farm that you guys did that? Where was that at?
So that's where his dad lives.
Yeah.
Bellbrook, near Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, so it's in Ohio. That's what I'm saying. That could be a trip.
So
That'd be fucking sick.
So just need to basically sync it up to where.
Yeah, it's an event or something.
Yeah.
Because they do that event once a year, right? At his dad's house.
Yeah, they alternate years, but yeah.
Okay.
They're in Jacksonville, but.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's real cool. How about you, Trey? I never really thought about this.
Never thought about this either, honestly. Are we just going all realms?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, just make sure they're alive.
Make sure they're alive.
Good place to start.
Yeah, because it's sometimes
that really helps narrow it out.
I'm just trying to help you out, brother.
Why don't you go and come back to me? I'll think about that.
2. I want it's all so. Look, I mean, my ultimate idol is Arnold, right? I want you guys to be able to get a chance to interview him.
That's why I asked you the other day. That's why
fucking unbelievable. And we'll be able to get it done if the show gets big enough. It's so 2 different aspects, right? I've got a chance to sit and have regular conversation at breakfast and things of that nature after we're done working out. And so you get because he's so wide versed with politics and environment and fucking bodybuilding, and it's the whole thing's just so interesting, right? So it's it'd be really cool for you guys to be able to fire stuff to him and then me to work off that. So it'd be again, but in this format would be amazing. And ideally, if we could do it at his crib smoking cigars. I'm just telling you my fucking dream.
Cool I'd be cool if I died after that.
I'm seeing it. I'm already seeing it.
Yeah. So I'm just saying we're gonna get it done. We get it done, right?
Yeah.
Be a little LA clip. Mike O'Hearn, go to Arnold's crib, go to Deuce's spot, get a whole LA kind of vibe going would be super sick. I think outside of that, I was trying to think about this the other day, who would be in person that I hadn't really got a chance to talk to because in the past I interviewed Eric Thomas, which was a big one on my list. Tim Ferriss was a big one on my list.
That needs to happen.
Yeah, both of those guys would be really good. I would say I really fuck with Darren Hardy. I think it'd be cool to interview him.
Oh yeah.
Just because I think his books have done a lot for me. I think Robert Kiyosaki would be fucking cool.
That'd be a baller one.
Right? Ryan Holiday. So I think there's those group of authors I think that have heavy ass impact, and they do a lot of interviews that we could probably get to. That would be good. Other than that, I don't really have I just think the experience. I always see things on how I want them to happen, and I just see us by Arnold's pool, smoking some fucking cigars and like chopping it up about bodybuilding and life, and I think that would be a fucking banger.
I think
the Roundtable tour.
Two more locker rockers would definitely be CT hitting an arm workout with CT.
Oh, that's a done deal.
And then Goggins.
Goggins would be epic.
That'd be
CT Goggins.
I would love. Who came to mind for me was Urban Meyer.
I was just gonna say.
Oh fuck, that'd be a locker rocker.
Well, yeah, because I owe Trey that one.
You owe me that one too.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer though would be.
Dude,
amazing.
I listened to him and Tim Knight's podcast pretty much because like playing sports and stuff like that.
I just went back and listened to a whole bunch.
Playing
of them.
sports, what impacted me the most wasn't the shit on the field. It was what our coaches were speaking about, and just having someone preaching that stuff to you and always having that in your ear. You need that shit. Like you need someone telling you like that you need to. This is what you do to become elite. Blah blah blah. Put in the work. Be great. Shit like that. Urban Meyer, like fucking locker rocker.
Dude, every time I listen to that, I just imagine like if I would have had a coach like that and like. Back in like high school or college.
That's why the Zags are going to be unreal.
And my high school coach, I didn't know it at the time, but he was going to Urban's coaching clinics and kind of preaching the same shit. So a lot of stuff he was grabbing. And then whenever I read Urban's book the first time, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you connected it.
I was like, this is fucking epic.
We can get him too.
I think
it's just we just gotta ball out. We can get all these guys. Go ahead, Danny.
I was just gonna mention Rogan. I think he would be super interesting too.
Rogan's would be out of everyone we mentioned, Rogan would probably be the hardest.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, by far.
But it just would be super.
Big Cat would be a great one.
Yeah. Big Cat would be an epic one.
Yeah.
Big Cat would be.
He has a really good story too.
Yeah, and I don't even know it fully. That would be fucking awesome to have Big Cat.
It's a great story. Yeah.
I would try to call that fucking favor in too. That would be fucking sick. I think having fucking Dave on would be fucking sick too.
Yeah.
Fucking
growing that into an empire.
Yeah.
Hearing about that.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick. So yeah, I think any of the Barstool contacts would be dope. Obviously they come with a lot of pop too, which is good. There really is, guys, just such an opportunity because of what we all offer individually and then as a team. It's exciting to think about because I've seen growth in, I've been doing podcasts now for like a decade, which is crazy.
So how would you, like in like 1 to 3 sentences, how would you describe this podcast? Like, what is it?
I think the point I don't know how to like phrase it, but
just somewhat
the fact that we offer insight of 3 entirely different age groups, and I would argue me and Cole's background is probably the most similar because of where we come from. You guys come from completely different backgrounds than us, right? I think multiple different backgrounds, perspectives, and although we all share a lot of similarities, whether it's personal development, fitness, we all individually have our own things that are, how we push ourselves to be great in our own thing, right? So it's like, I just don't know that there's another show that's going to be this diverse. And because we've been students of personal development personally for so long, all of us, I think that we know what has got us here, and we know there's pieces of that of what needs to get inside of whoever's, listening. So I think that kind of mixed up together with our already kind of cohesive way we operate in our business in Cory G Fitness, Max. We've all been working together for so long now. Because Trey, you've been here 2 years now?
Almost 3.
Almost 3, and Cole's been...
It's like 4.
4, and Danny now like, what, 7?
I don't, depends on when you can start counting.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, so like, I think
known you for 10.
Yeah, I think most of the shows, probably, I would say, and maybe there's a few, the cast of characters / talent probably doesn't maybe have this much background in this many different, like, areas of work together and being behind the camera, being in front of the camera. So I just think that that's really like a huge thing for us. But what does it really do? I think we're going to get things out of people as guests that they've never thought they were going to say. I think we already showed that on the first 3 shows, and half you guys couldn't even hear because we were at the fucking camp. I think that we will all personally grow with what's coming next in all of our lives through things like this. And when this becomes one of our main businesses, which I think it can, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It already is a lot of fun.
It already is a lot of fun, and it has no dollars attached to it, really.
Yeah. So
it's that's why, for me, like, the investment of just getting the stuff was like a no-brainer. I already know what's going to happen. It's going to be, like I told Julie when we were at the list of Airbnb, and I'm putting like some crazy number on site. It's going to be awesome when someone pays it.
She's like, All right.
She just looked at me. She's like, I guess it will be. So I really think there's certain things I knew it on the second episode, which we're going to do a rewind on. The second episode, I saw it from all you guys. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah. So it's pretty exciting. So that was like not 3 sentences.
No, but it was good because I think we haven't really addressed that specifically. So for someone that's brand new or maybe doesn't know us at all.
Should we break down which, age group and like stuff that we like represent?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do it. We can do that.
Yeah, so I would say I represent, the younger coming out of school. I'm about to be 24.
Yeah.
But again, you're
like the graduating fucking college guy.
Yeah, I worked all the way through school, so I kind of represent like the college demo. Graduated from Ohio State, was also working and learning how to do everything from design, photo, video, and business all while in the same process. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of like a rookie in the vet at the same time, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what I represent. Yeah. And like the people who like aren't yet married, getting their first job.
That's true. You're in that in between.
I hone that in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really unique spot too, Cole, because there's so much uncertainty. Just getting out of college. Are you about to use what you went to school with?
See, like
you have a girl, but you ain't wifed up
yet.
Like you ain't bought a crib yet. Like
a lot of people my age, they're just now getting their first opportunity. Sure. I just had the first opportunity here 4 or 5 years ago, and now they're finally catching up, and I can finally have these conversations about business, and I'm like, dude, you just got to get one opportunity, and then you never know what happens after that.
I feel like I just watched 8 Mile.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It was awesome. Daniel?
Well, I think I represent the life stage after that.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you're the elder statesman.
That's
right?
a fact.
And then I'm
feels weird, but
yeah,
yes.
So I just turned 30 this year, but I started following Cory back in 2011, and then started working for Muscle Farm 2013. Was it 2013? Yeah, 2013. Mm-hmm. So I was in Chicago for 2 years at the Muscle Farm, and then came back, but then started with Cory G Fitness 2015, 2016. So, I just come from kind of a middle-class family out in the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio. Went to a school, was following the traditional route.
Yeah, which I think is huge to represent. Both of you guys have traditional degrees, and then Trey and I do not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You also represent first house, first baby. You see, like some life shit that's like
just got married.
Yeah, just got married by your boy.
Yeah.
Basically, just saying.
Married, not covered by Cory.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just like all of these are spots.
We're all
in
in different stages.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. So I think that's a huge, because dude, well, you know what Tyler's going through, right? Yeah. So like he just had it. Shout out to Tyler C. Lover. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's coming, right?
Yeah. There was a lot that happened the last 2 years. That's for sure. So pretty much got the first place. Kind of a fixer-upper by design to try to dabble in real estate a little bit. So that's just like something else we'll talk about later and everything. But first baby on the way. In December. So
congrats.
I think there's a lot of people that can identify in their life with both you guys, or remember what it was like to be in those spots.
Yeah.
That's what I think is key.
We talk about the traditional route all the time as far as the education system, whether you believe in it or not, or whatever it is. I know I can't wait to talk about that stuff, because
I have a good mix of the traditional going through school, seeing what school is like, but then also being on the fucking killer side of it too.
You did something that most aren't willing to do though.
Yep.
You burn the candle at both ends, and there is a lot of people that do it, but not a whole bunch, I don't think. No. So it's like, not that Danny was only fucking fratting it up, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm a total frat boy.
Yeah, dude, I was training at 4 a.m., trying to fucking take the business classes at Ohio State, and then fucking raging on the weekends.
Rager.
Dude, it was a pretty tough 4 years, but it was fucking awesome.
Baller,
dude, I literally think about that as like just every day was like waking up with 400 pounds of band tension on your back at all times. That's pretty much what
front
it was
squat.
Like. Yep.
Yeah. So fucking good.
Pause rep.
Yeah, pause rep. Trey, where do you represent?
Well, first I'm 21. I did not finish college. Yeah, I only went to school. I only went to college for like a semester, and that was it. And then I was like out that bitch. But man, what do I represent?
Trey's very
what
slow.
Is like? What do you guys consider? You guys consider millennials?
I think Gen Z.
I'm a Gen Z, not a millennial.
Gen Z, but the thing is, like, whenever I was coming up, this is just whenever, YouTube was just in the beginning. Gaming was just still like, if you were a gamer, you were still kind of weird.
Now it's still a nerd.
Robinhood wasn't a thing, so the personal development stuff wasn't never there. Like I was like looking at your Muscle Farm videos and CT Fletcher and stuff like that. Now, like I think whenever Trey hit, the internet like becoming like a gamer was becoming to start like more popular. People were actually making money from it, and it's like it's a whole different thing. So like, I'm only like 3 or 4 years older than Trey in school,
but it was different.
But it's completely different.
It's completely different though.
You graduated high school in what year?
18.
2000. Yep.
2018.
Fucking crazy. Well, when I think about starting my business in '99,
that's when I was born.
99. Yeah, I was 2.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if personal training will actually work.
Guess what?
Yeah. Continue, Trey.
So
sorry.
I would say I represent the people that that probably feel like they're never really worth anything in life, and they're just trying to make something happen out of it.
I like that. Fuck with that, Trey. And you're definitely making some shit happen.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's possible.
Oh, it's fucking possible. Through tons of fucking work though, which you showcased from the day you stepped in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at 21, the stuff that I know personally that you already got going on, figures and stuff you've kind of shared with me, like it's impressive, dude.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens.
Do you give yourself any credit, Trey?
No, not really.
I didn't think so.
Not really,
yeah.
No. It's funny, actually Jake Holland, when he was helping me move in, he asked if I ever buy myself anything. And I told him, like, no luxuries.
Yeah.
And he couldn't wrap his head around it. And he was like, I was like, Jake, me moving in to this new apartment, this is my luxury.
Yeah. Well, and you're in a spot where you want to be.
Yeah.
Too, like in downtown.
But I was
area.
like, he's like, you never buy yourself like anything like this.
Well, but your concept's different though, because everything you wear, you could also sell.
There's also
so that's like it's different for
you.
Because you do have some dope shit.
My wardrobe is like. It's like a stock portfolio.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So yours is a little different situation.
Yeah.
So you do have like awesome fucking Yeezys and shoes and everything.
Yeah.
So, but you also would sell them for the right price, probably.
But the other thing is, but other people would look at those like a materialistic item, and I don't even look at it like a materialistic item.
Stock.
I look at it like an asset.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So
I love it. Well, I mean, obviously too, you're going to offer the diversity too, Trey, which has helped a ton through the last couple years that I've known you. And being able to like shed some light on things that we could never know.
Yep.
And so that's just not a really elephant in the room, but that's just the fucking case, right?
No,
so it's like having diversity on the podcast from country, suburb, growing up in Akron, which I don't know if you would classify where you grew up as like a hood area, but I mean you were around a whole different crowd and diversity than we ever experienced. Yeah. And when I did, it was for a short period of time. So it's like I think having that represented is a must.
No, yeah,
so we've learned a ton from the things that you've shared with us on the podcast and personally, so it's been amazing. Yeah. So, and I'm the fucking old dog. Graduated in 97.
I was born then.
Amateur curl champion.
Yes, I curled 180 and they red lighted me.
Yes.
But
in a singlet.
Cue the video.
20 plus year bench press competitor.
Oh yeah, 22. Oh yeah.
20 plus year bench press competitor.
But Jesus. I think what was my one of my credentials was seriously dedicated trainer. My first flyer. Yep. I was really struggling at that point.
That's amazing.
I was seriously dedicated.
We gotta bring that back.
Dude, that flyer. I leave. So I've got that flyer sitting on my like my area, like where all my keys and shit are. It fucking makes me laugh every day. Every day. I look at it and I fucking say, "Geez, I can't believe this shit actually worked." It's so good. But one of the things that all of you guys have mentioned is that the impact of people that you don't know is listening. That happened to me at MP at the highest level. I didn't know how many people were actually doing the workouts. I didn't know how many people were actually watching the videos until I would get the analytics. But originally when I started, I was just like, how do I add value so people, when they're going to make, I'm going to buy this protein, they might think to buy mine. I mean, literally it was like that base level. And I knew if I understood the marketplace, which I did, the content that was out there it wasn't better than mine. I just fucking knew it, right? Just because I've been breathing this shit my entire life. And so when I think about now this show, from younger to older, who can be impacted because of what we all represent in all walks of life, in all areas, like that's exciting to me because then we can hit such a diverse crowd that can grab stuff from the elder statesman down to Trey, which is literally a fucking 20-year gap. I'll be 43 this year. I don't feel 43. You guys help keep me young for sure, which is amazing, by the way. But it's like I can offer, and I forget half the shit sometimes that I've been through because it's been so fucking long. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for fucking 2021? 21 years, right? Almost 22. That's a long fucking time. I mean, my last W-2 paycheck that was not from my own company was from fucking the AEP coal mine and from Danoon Lumber. Like, I have not had a traditional job since then. It's all been from fucking lifting weights. And so, like, I think that being able to share some things that you guys bring out of me from time to time that I forgot about, and things that I've learned just recently, too, with some of the trials and tribulations, we'll call it, I've had to step through. There's a lot of good information. We can help a lot of people. So that at the end of the day, all that other stuff take care of itself. We just do a good job of that. I learned that a long fucking time ago. When I was chasing it, it just eludes you. When you're not and you're just adding value, it's there. So it's exciting. And I like interviewing people, and I like interviewing people with you guys because of what we just talked about, because you're all thinking of something different that I'm not thinking of. Which we saw, I think, with the first few interviews, which was awesome. And with some of these banger people we're talking about, fuck.
Yeah.
It's going in the dictionary.
Fuck.
Banger.
Yeah, we
Wanger
talk about
banger.
a lot of banger shit. Some Hugundo banger type shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, this dictionary is going to be fucking awesome.
Because we all come from different backgrounds, but, like, we all love fitness.
Yep.
At the end of it, we're all, like, massive meatheads. That's first.
Yes.
We all like business.
Yep.
And we all like having fun.
Yeah.
And we all love, like, personal development.
Yeah. And then in aligning on that, there's just going to be some fucking epic content that comes from it.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't even know if there's anything else to talk about after this.
I think that was
good.
a fucking rocker.
Yeah, good way to end it. Here's the key. This is the first episode that's been public. You got to fucking share it with your friends.
Yeah.
You got to fucking share it with your friends. You got to give us a review. If you've been on it for a minute, there's a lot of people that have been on it, right, on the app. We need the reviews. We need you to share it. And just know, like, all the shit we just talked about, we just put it out there. So these are all people we're going to go after. These are, we're going to keep bringing value, and I'm fucking pumped. Like, shit's about hype is motherfucking real, bro. I used to hashtag that shit back in the day. Hype is fucking real.
Yeah.
Fucking locker rocker. I always know, like, content's good when Cole called me, like, bro, I watched the Daily Fire. That shit was a fucking locker rocker.
It got me fucking I was fucking fired up.
It fucking pumps me up, dude.
Yeah.
Well, because at the end of the day, like, you guys have grown up consuming what I do. So I highly value your guys' opinion.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's funny when you send me stuff sometimes and I'm writing and I'm like, man, this is going to get me kind of jacked up right now.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm like, I get done. I'm like, man, I got to go do something.
Is it? I mean, look, I'm jacked, fucking sweating.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, the Roundtable. This is episode 1, so we can say that. I'm your boy Cory G. That's Small Arms Danny. At Trey Speed. And the graphic gangster himself, Cole Susac. Share it with your friends. Appreciate y'all. We are out.